first a little bit of business. We've had some incredible shows, not just here, but also at the Catholic Community Church downtown. And August 30th, 31st, and September 1st, we will be in Provo for the Festival Latino Americano Festival.
Absolutely.
All 3 days. There will be UCW-ZERO Pro Wrestling action Friday night, Saturday night, and until they roll up the sidewalks in Provo, we will wrestle on Sunday night as well. So be there for the Latino Americano Festival in Provo.
It's always a lot of fun, folks.
All right, they do roll up the sidewalks in Provo. That makes sense. We will be there on Monday. Be there for the Latin American Festival in Provo, Friday, Saturday, and Monday night. All right, I know a bunch of you guys have been to our shows before.
What do we got here? Tony Nova coming down to the ring.
I didn't mean to interrupt you there, but standing back there for already 30 seconds, I was kind of bored out of my mind. Obviously, I'm excited about the Latino Fest. You know, definitely looking forward to it, as should you all. But as being a party boy, I feel like it's my duty to promote myself to co-host for tonight's show. And one thing I'm going to do for business here is to lighten up the party with some free stuff.
Free stuff is always pretty good. After all, who doesn't like free stuff? What? Oh, okay. Free stuff.
Instead, we're going to fight you and you. Get in the ring. Get in the ring. Are you guys not alive tonight? You're all quiet? Is it because Steve's out here or because Levi's boring ass is out here first? What? What's you say, party boy? Alright, here's the deal. We'll defend our titles if we didn't fight the old man after. Deal? Deal. We're fighting the old man after we defend these titles. Catch. Alright.
So Stevie Slick, the owner of UCW-ZERO.
Shut the hell up, Steve!
They're music. They want their music. I guess they're leaving now.
Fight for respect and fight for life.
Fight for the love, fight for the freedom, fight for my nephew and my niece. Ain't no love on these streets, gotta get it all while I'm on these streets. Raise my tip, neck with a tip, fight for mine, one slack on yours. Gotta get it all, no percentage. Fuck that fame now, radio. Gotta get my best, so gotta get it right. Job ain't cut, so I hustle on the side. Like this thing.
Arena will be Maximum Carnage on September 7th. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry. Welcome to the ring, one of the originals, Blitz Rover!
I was sitting back, listening to the Dream Team out here. They walk around here like they own the place. And I'm Peter has the guy tonight with the bunny. He's getting ready out right now, honestly. He's not ready. But I want to compete for the tag team titles. I want him to add to the match tonight. Oh, hang on now. I think as co-hosts, we both should make an executive decision on this. And, you know, kicking around parties a lot, usually listen to what the crowds want. So, would you guys like to see Blitz compete for the tag team titles, even though he's defending it? Well, Crown said it. I think you know what to decide next.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to put it together. Blitz Rover is on the card tonight. He will be back for the original. He is back now for the original. Blitz Rover may not have his tag team partner, but he's going to start chasing down that tag team championship that the Dream Team has got right now. So we're looking forward to that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's go. Blitz Rover, he is backstage. All
Oh man, that was more ring time than I'm used to. What's up, folks? Alex Brady here, and here we are starting again. This was a real big beginning so far. And it's about to get even bigger. We're starting off with an Ultra X Championship match.
Making their way to the ring. He is the princess of the
And now, Princess Adden Reyes coming down to the ring, and oh man, I think I just got shown up. You know, I like to wear lots of colors and a lot of tie-dye and everything like that. I think he just showed me up. Then again, don't let the look fool you. Adden Reyes is a very, very skilled technician here in UCW-ZERO. And let me just put it this way. There's a reason he is going for the UCW Ultra X Championship tonight. Wow. And Cade making it to the ring. Going down here, clearly a fan favorite. Now the way that this was put together before was that there was a six-man tag match, and the team that won the match would go against each other for the Ultra X Championship. So far, we have two of the three members of the team that won, and now we're waiting. And now, as I mentioned clearly, Cade is one of them. And here is the third member of that former team, Paradise, making it to the ring. Incredibly skilled in her own right, as are the other two competitors. This should be a very interesting championship match. Adden trying to get the crowd on his side, and clearly that didn't seem to work out so well. And now the three competitors. Looks like they're taking turns with headlocks. Nope. Cade pulls away, and now they've got each other locked. And Cade turning things around.
Ooh. A quick double shoulder tackle from Adden Reyes, the resident princess, and Paradise up against our UCW-ZERO superhero Cade. Oh, they were not tag team partners for long last month, and they're definitely not tag team partners today.
Yeah, I got to give you a little bit of credit here, Levi. This was a pretty interesting turn of events. The winner of the six-man tag match at the last show was going to face each other for the Ultra X Championship, and I actually like that because it introduced this interesting. I don't know, this interesting new dynamic.
Absolutely.
Where they had to work together, but they couldn't make it last.
I am telling you, Cade spends more time in the skies than he does with his feet on the ground. He's drop kicking. He's flipping. He's the resident superhero, and this is incredible. This is Levi Lee. I am joined ringside by Alex Brady here at Lucky 123 at the UCW-ZERO Arena, and Cade is in control, but he's got to keep it. Oh.
Yep, that's the thing about a triple threat match. You have to be careful. You have to have eyes in the back of your head, otherwise things like that happens.
And I don't think that is one of Cade's superpowers. He does not have eyes in the back of his head. Ooh, and Paradise is knocking the eyes out of the front of his head as well. Oh.
And Adden just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
As usual, Paradise in the center of the ring. Sending Cade to the ropes and Adden delivering him to the cement.
See, there was a little bit of flying on Cade's part.
Yeah, well, you know, the higher you fly, the lower you fall sometimes. Cade might need to take a little rest on that cold, hard concrete ringside.
For the weather out today, that would be kind of nice. It is a very warm night.
Ooh. The strategic genius of Paradise cannot be underestimated here tonight. She used Adden Reyes to get Cade out of the ring. Oh, and now she's taking full advantage of Adden by himself. Wait, could this be it?
If Cade wouldn't have jumped in there, I think it could have gone very bad for Reyes, especially after that big combo that the Paradise just threw on him. We've poked a little bit of fun at her before, a little bit when it comes to her size, but don't let that fool you. She is a technician. She is easily one of the best here in UCW-ZERO.
And if I may,
and a senton from Adden Reyes.
I've yet to see her throw a tantrum yet. She's been throwing around her competitors more than she's been throwing around attitude.
You know what? That's actually
that's pretty impressive for Polly Pocket. For Paradise.
That's a bit surprising. Truth be told, we've been seeing more tantrums from Reyes, to be honest.
Yeah, the Princess has got himself a little bit of an attitude problem as well. And let's see if Paradise can adjust that for him here. Oh. Once again, triple threat.
And an enziguri, meant for Paradise, but landed its mark on the side of Reyes' head.
Use your opponent against your opponent. Brilliant tacticianary action. Wow.
Head scissors, but it looks like Cade had her scouted.
Cade's got her number. Oh, and Paradise has got Cade's number. Wait, that might not be where she wants to be. Ooh, plopping the superhero directly on his head.
Did you see that? He just went completely vertical on top of his dome. That was awesome.
Wow. Uh-oh. Oh.
And a huge clothesline taking Paradise down.
Cade has got possibly those regenerative. What does Wolverine have? He's got like that healing factor to come back from a move like that.
Regeneration, Dad.
Regeneration?
Yeah, he regenerates. We're talking about wrestling. Anyway.
I wanted it to be an adjective.
But.
Okay, Paradise might. Oh! Paradise delivering an incredible senton bomb on our resident professor of the senton bomb. Adden's usually got a PhD in that move, and he's on the receiving end.
Well, he dropped the bomb on Paradise earlier, and it looks like she decided to get him back a little bit.
Ooh, I heard that one. Uh-oh.
Cade running through, and a huge move. I don't even know what to call that. He just ran right through them.
Incredible. He saw an opportunity that would require supervision, and he made it happen. Cade is on top of his game tonight.
And the crowd is letting everybody know they're behind Cade at this point. They want to see him as the next Ultra X champion.
Adden Reyes might regret getting up so soon because he's in the corner and he's in trouble.
And Shazam! Dropping that big elbow on the top of Reyes' dome.
The Shazam elbow drop from the superhero. Oh, Adden Reyes slides out and a cheap shot to the rake. A rake to the eyes of Cade. Triple threat match.
So
never forget about your other opponent. Wow. Oh! The impressive strength of Paradise and a swift drop kick from Cade sent Adin Reyes almost through the mat.
Also some good improvisation there on Cade's part. He saw an opportunity to take them both down. When he kicked Paradise, she dropped Reyes down into a Samoan drop. So that's basically a two birds with one stone kind of situation.
Wow. And if anything, Paradise is a bird of prey. She's looking for that middle rope. Huge clothesline.
And only a 2 count.
Now, Cade might not have known that he was within rope break distance, but I think Adin Reyes helped break up that pin. It's hard to say, but this is coming down to the wire.
Well, here's the thing when it comes to a triple threat match, you can't rely on somebody else. If you're waiting for somebody to break the pin up, then it's not gonna go well for you. Chances are you're not gonna win.
Well, and just like you said earlier, you got to have eyes on the back of your head because you might think you've got this Ultra X Championship belt coming your way, but someone else is ready to stop you. Ooh!
And Cade jumped out of the ring once again.
You know, I might have misspoke about how good it is for Cade to always be in the air because sometimes he lands on the concrete.
Reyes thrown out on top of him. And now Paradise making it up to no man's land. And a crossbody to the outside.
She soars through the air.
All three competitors are on the ground outside the ring. And now referee Noah trying to get some semblance of order back into things.
You have truly got to admire Paradise. She has channeled her usual fury and frustration into just pure aggression against her two opponents here tonight.
I don't know if it's aggression as much as determination. This is for the Ultra X Championship.
Absolutely.
And just like any other competitor, you put just a little bit extra into your work when something major is on the line.
And every one of these wrestlers has held championship titles before, but this is the first time that Paradise has gone after the Ultra X title, or at least in recent memory.
Yeah, this is actually a really interesting turn of events.
These three are destroying each other, and there's the frustration.
There's that little hissy fit you were talking about. Ooh. And Cade with a huge enziguri over top of Reyes. Planting right into Paradise.
Cade had a target-rich environment, and he was able to land that.
Reyes connecting with the spine shocker. He's going to pin him here. He's got to 1, 2, and Paradise.
But now Paradise is in a pinfall. Oh, only two. Only two.
They gave Cade too much time. He was able to kick out.
Oh, wow. This is coming down to the
frustration
wire,
is apparent on Paradise too. Now, like I was saying before, I've talked about this before with before we've had multiple men to be the women's champion. We're rather progressive on that part, but this could be for the very first time a woman could be the Ultra X champion.
Well, and just
Paradise with 1, 2, and 3, and she has it. She has it. Paradise has been, she's done it. She is the first woman as the UCW-ZERO Ultra X champion. Paradise having done, in UCW, basically making UCW-ZERO history. And Cade! What are you doing, Cade? Cade with a blind shot from behind. What was that for, man? She beat you fair and square. Oh my God! Cade just literally throwing up and giving up his mask.
Well, all right, folks. What do you think of our new Ultra X champion, Paradigm? She was victorious at Rising Stars last month. Let's see if she's victorious on September 7th, right here for Maximum Carnage. Now, if I can continue this evening, I've got my next match that I'd like to set up for you folks. We have got an 8-man tag team competition right here at Lucky 1-3.
And Charlie B is making it into the ring. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of a fan. I like Charlie. What can I say? I like Charlie B. When it comes to I think he's cool.
Who I am. That's right. I'm Charlie B, and I'm a B. Your applause. I just wanted to just say that I've been working my stinger off. You see a stinger right here? And oh no, you don't see it. Because I've been working it off for a very long time. Give the opportunity to wrestle right here in front of all of you. And I'm actual wrestling like as a B guy. I'm just so excited to be here. I'm just so great that I'm excited to be here. So I just want to say that. Have my match is going to be good. Thank you, sir.
All right, okay.
Clearly Charlie B's excited to be here. Hey. Yeah, whoa! Guys! What is going on? Guys, what are you doing here?
Okay, Rush Hour. Hey, creepy Apple Jackson, come on, guys.
You okay, Charlie? You all right, buddy?
Let's see if we can hit some music.
We got.
Come on.
Down, boy.
Alex
Yep.
King, Duncan McShane.
Duncan McShane and Alex V just coming out and just beating down on poor Charlie B, busting him down a lot. Poor dude. And it. And now the next guy's coming out. We've got Malcolm next and Anunnaki. He's busting. I can't believe this. What did Charlie ever do? He just mentioned how excited he was to be in the ring, and they just busted down on him.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get the other tag team out here. We got one member so far. But please welcome to the UCW-ZERO Arena. They are a tag team consisting of the Lucha Legend, Durango Kid, Dragon, and the Born and Bred Jackson.
All right, don't worry, Charlie. You're gonna get some good shots in here. We got Jason Bravo, we've got Dragon, and we got the Durango Kid coming in alongside with Charlie B. To take these guys on. I'm not gonna lie. I'm hoping that there's gonna be a little bit of retribution for just what was a blatant and heinous act just a couple of minutes ago. I don't know if Charlie's still. I don't know if Charlie's going to be able to do this, bud. Kevin Castillo coming in. Yep. I mean, don't get me wrong, having a fresh guy is good, but Charlie B, I mean, he was excited to be here, man. He wanted to get into this match. He wanted to do this too.
I'm gonna help Charlie get back.
Yeah, no, you're good, man.
Charlie, you gotta go to the back.
Sorry, Charlie. Oh man, that's just not cool, man. He just wants to get into the match, guys. He was supposed to be in this match. He just wanted to be here. That is messed up. And now the match is officially underway. And we're starting off here. We've got Jason Bravo and Anunnaki in the ring, squaring each other down. And Bravo getting behind Anu, and looks like they're just feeling each other out, trying to establish some kind of advantage. Bravo taking down Anu and floating over into a headlock. Bravo into the corner hard, but reversing an attack from Anu. Anu thrown out, but he catches himself on the apron. And Bravo catching him in the corner. Oh, what's he go? Is he trying? And a suplex into the ring. The strength from Jason Bravo. And Charlie trying to get back into this match again. This isn't fair, guys. He just wants to be a part of the match. McShane throwing Charlie into the Durango with the pin. Referee Noah was just way too distracted with all this stuff with Charlie B, and unfortunately wasn't able to count the pins. This is that poor dude, my dude. Anyway, back to the match here. We've got Dragon with a big splash on top of Anu, and 1, 2, but Anu gets a shoulder up.
Oh my goodness, Alex, Brady, this is Levi Lee. I am so sorry to leave you alone with all of this absolute chaos. We had to tend to some technical issues, some personnel issues, some Charlie B issues.
No, that's fine, my dude. I just feel bad for Charlie B. I mean, you heard him. He was really excited to be in this match. He wanted to participate.
He was a little too excited.
It's UCW-ZERO. How can you not be excited?
Well, that's true. But you got to bring the grit and the determination, which I think Charlie B has got. But you don't come out here all by yourself when there's four opponents coming out next. Those are dangerous.
Those were his teammates, weren't they?
No. He was going to be on Jason Bravo's team. Oh, yeah, no, the Rush Hour, those guys have never liked Charlie B. Ooh, Anunnaki.
And a huge bomb from the corner, too. And Castillo just barely gets his shoulder up.
Oh, is that what I missed? Kevin Castillo's got a mask of his own now, and it looks like Alex V does not care whether or not he's got a mask. He's about to put a hurtin' on the heavy metal headbanger. All right, referee Noah trying to break
him in the corner. I mean, into the ropes. Now Castillo's in a bad way here. He's in some trouble right now. He's gonna need to tag out. Oh, what did I see? Was that a back chop on Alex V from Jason Bravo, and Charlie B still trying to get into this match. I'm not going to lie to you, Levi. I feel like he was a bit robbed here.
You got to wonder if the Rush Hour teamed up with creepy Uncle Jasper so that Uncle Jasper could be a bit of an insurance policy against the B. Because it's creepy Uncle Jasper that's keeping that stinger out of here.
All right.
Ooh. And Kevin Castillo might be regretting his decision to get involved here. Ooh, almost slipped through the ropes. Ooh, only to catch a double shoulder tackle.
Yeah, Castillo's a tremendous talent. I can see why Bravo and Co. wanted to go with him over Charlie, but at the same time, man, I mean, if he was booked as part of that team, he should have been able to participate just like anybody else here in UCW.
You know, I mean, I'm not going to put a man who's that clearly injured in an 8-man brawl. I think we made the right call.
Now Duncan McShane taking it to Kevin Castillo.
Oh, Duncan McShane, truly a black heart from the Scottish Highlands. Scottish Lowlands? I don't know. I don't know where the McShanes come from.
Trying to reverse, but
ooh,
looks like McShane just using his strength to stop it. Castillo up and over.
Oh!
And look at the agility from this kid.
I'm used to seeing heavy metal headbanger action from Kevin Castillo. He's like an overnight luchador, and now they've brought in the big man, Jason Bravo. And let's see what he can do against Malcolm next. Oh!
Well, you got your answer. You can just bust them all over the ring. Next, trying for a clothesline, and Bravo with a huge slam.
Malcolm next is looking to be the future of the UCW-ZERO. He's not going to survive the present.
We know what he's setting up for here. It's the Bravo combo.
He's got one. He's got two. Can Malcolm next survive this third? It's the elbow drop from the Born and Bred. No.
And next just barely gets his shoulder up as well.
I almost think that Anunnaki's corner was mesmerized by that Bravo body because they did not jump in the ring to help their downed man Malcolm next.
Well, I mean that's a possibility, but I mean look at the teamwork from Bravo and company.
Absolutely.
These guys are tagging in. They're working as a cohesive team. But take a look on the other side. You have Duncan McShane and Alex V, Anunnaki. You're seeing nothing but blind tags from these guys. You're seeing nothing but underhanded things, and that's not how a good cohesive team works. And a huge slam from Malcolm next, taking down Dragon.
You gotta respect the opportunism of that other team, though. You got Alex V jumping in there.
Oh, here it comes!
Whoa!
Here we go, the standing ovation! Next is down. And Naki jumping in with a code breaker to the. What do we have here?
Wow! It is just a carousel of incredible violence here. Duncan McShane laying that final clothesline.
It looks like a car crash right now.
Durango Kid looking for that CCC chant. Oh, but he gets a face full of turnbuckle for his troubles.
And McShane trying. Castillo pulling him out of the ring, and Dragon jumping onto Naki.
This is the chaos that I love to see. I love being the general manager of the UCW-ZERO.
People came here to see a good fight, and they are not being disappointed.
Oh, is it a pump handle slam from Malcolm next? Wait, no, he's switching it up here. Durango Kid's in trouble.
What's we got here?
Oh! A counter into a huge DDT.
And now, signaling off the ropes and jumping through. There's a 619.
The Durango Kid is not finished with the man
Here
from
it comes.
who is
He's
Malcolm
setting
next.
up. What's he doing? Okay, and a big splash from No Man's Land. 1, 2, and 3. Bravo and company have taken this one. You got Jason Bravo, the Durango Kid, El Dragon, and Kevin Castillo. And now there's dissension in the ranks on the other team here. What's going on here? Anunnaki turning on his own teammates. And a big spear to Malcolm next. Just laying waste to the rest of his own team. I mean, if I had to guess, he's probably upset over the lack of teamwork here. I mean, these guys. I mentioned it before. Just the lack of sportsmanship, the lack of working together, all the blind tags. If that happens enough times, I would be upset too. Anu.
Those guys did not get along with each other.
Yeah, no kidding.
I think I'm going to put them in a match again now. Yeah, they're going to get a match again. We're going to do that some more. Speaking of unfair situations, people, not getting what they deserve, maybe getting what they deserve, we're going to find out. We're going to have ourselves a handicap match. Our team of two individuals representing the Green Team. He is the nephew of Nepotism, Chandler, and the UCW-ZERO owner.
Oh, come on. Stevie Slick and his nephew Chandler. I mean, I can already smell the unfairness in the air.
Will be taking on the one and only. He is the asthmatic diabetic here in Florida that anyone can do anything. He is
Now we've seen some pretty good things from Andy Monreal in the last couple of times we've seen him. His last match was technically against Stevie Slick, and Stevie just kind of Stevie cheated his way through that. That's how we first found out about. Well, not first. It's basically how we found out that his nephew was working with him. Chandler being the referee originally when Stevie Slick beat Jeff Orcutt in a pink slip on a pole match, forcing Jeff Orcutt to leave UCW-ZERO. And Stevie just grossing the crowd out every time he comes out here. And the match is officially underway. Monreal starting out with Stevie Slick, and I gotta ask you, man. I gotta ask you, man. How come you keep booking all these unfair matches with Stevie Slick in them, and Chandler? We already know this is not going to work out in anybody's favor except for Stevie's.
All right, hold on. This is Levi Lee, the general manager of the UCW-ZERO.
Oh.
I am accompanied ringside by the captain of Cool, who's kind of losing his cool over this match right now, Alex Brady. And let me explain the process that went into this match. At first, Stevie Slick wanted to be the referee himself and let Chandler go after Andy Monreal. I negotiated it down so that at least we have an honest, decent referee in referee Noah against, these two slime balls against the diabetic or the asthmatic diabetic that is here to prove that you can do anything, Andy Monreal.
And proving that you can do anything is basically what he's been doing here. The kid just full-on out-wrestling Stevie Slick in the first couple of seconds of this. I talked to him before the match. He's got a very extensive amateur wrestling background. He was
really,
he was part of the Viewmont Vikings on the wrestling team, the 8-time state champions. He was a part of that team.
I think Stevie Slick is wise to keep some distance between him and Andy Monreal. You don't want to fall into the clutches of a former, did you say Viewmont Viking?
Yeah.
That's incredible. All right, finally an opportunity for these two to size each other up. Wait, you can see it. Steve Slick's got him by the face. He's raking him in the eyes.
Of course he is, Levi. This is what I was telling you. When you get Steve, it doesn't matter how you try to play it fair. He doesn't play fair. Stevie is going to cheat when given any opportunity to do so.
But you gotta acknowledge the fact too that Steve Slick has clawed his way to the top. He's the owner. He's the boss. Even I have to do what he says. And that's saying something. I'm just trying to say that's saying something. But Andy Monreal, he doesn't have to listen to the boss right now. Oh, another beautiful arm drag and keeping that arm bar locked in tight.
Monreal clearly in control here. He's able to use his amateur background to basically just take it to Stevie. But of course, like I said, we've got Stevie, we've got Chandler. Chandler, of course, being the deciding factor in the firing of Jeff Orcutt.
Yep.
I mean, we've got it's clear that Monreal may have the advantage right now. I don't think he's going to have it for very long, and I don't think it's going to be clean when he loses it.
And see, Stevie Slick, he knows the rules, he knows the ropes are there, breaks up that armbar that was, let's face it, that was breaking old Skeletor off over there.
Oh yeah,
my humorous bone.
Did you see when he dropped when he took him down to the mat? I think I saw a small waft of dust come out from under Stevie Slick.
Like when you open a sarcophagus.
Yeah,
it was like. Well, just tag in Chandler, Stevie. If you're not gonna fight the man.
And again, coming in, Stevie just laying in with the knees. This is exactly what I'm talking about in a wrestling match. When you're going to knee somebody in the ribs, it's not. That's not a fair advantage to take.
Yep, nope. You can be an all-state Viewmont Viking. That doesn't prepare you for quick ribs to the knee to the ribs from a guy like Stevie Slick.
Good read, Levi.
Yeah. You gotta wonder, is Chandler chomping at the bit over there, or is he just kind of happy to watch the boss regulate?
I think he's just hanging out. He's happy to just stand in the corner and talk some smack.
That's
I don't
right.
I don't know. I mean, he's up until this point, he's just been a referee. He's smaller than referee Noah. It's difficult to see somebody who can actually sag spandex, but here we are.
I don't know if you want the nephew of nepotism to hear you talking like that.
What's he gonna do? Light breeze at me?
He might have you demoted down to the lieutenant of cool.
Oh no, I'm a legend. That's ironclad.
Okay.
And a chop right across the chest of Andy Monreal.
Speaking of things that go down as legendary, Stevie Slick, he may be old, but those chops will tear fresh new flesh off a man. Oh, and a rake to the back. Come on, Stevie. All right. Andy Monreal into the corner. He is in trouble.
Now a blatant choke. Noah trying to get some order here. And Stevie, he's using the tag rope. He's using the tag rope now.
And
distracting the referee. Look over here. We got Chandler strangling Monreal too.
Classic referee distraction, cutting off the airway of the asthmatic diabetic Andy Monreal. This is his one weakness. This might be what actually puts Andy Monreal away here.
Well, I mean this in large quantities of sugar. So But joking aside, and finally a tag to Chandler. Now that Monreal has been sufficiently weakened.
Do not give the Dream Team any ideas about bringing lollipops out to the ring, okay? That's the last thing I need to deal with is Chip Valentino with a lollipop trying to cause one of the other. Oh,
that's okay. That's okay. All we have to do is talk to the tech guys, and they'll put censored bars on all of them. We're good.
No lollipops. No Dream Team lollipops.
And a chop! I heard that all the way over here. And another one. And one more for good effect. I think you just chopped Chandler in half.
Welcome to the UCW-ZERO arena there, Chandler. It's not the same when you don't have a referee shirt to hide behind.
Enjoy your tattoos.
Wow.
And Stevie taking over.
Avenging his fallen nephew, Stevie Slick. Quick with the choke on the ropes. And Andy Monreal getting flipped over with a snapmare.
And a kick straight to the spine.
Yep.
Now the one thing I will give to Stevie is that he has been here a long time.
Look at this. It's like a modified.
A modified surfboard stretch.
Wow.
He is good at what he does when he gets the opportunity to do so. The only problem is, in order for him to get the opportunity to do so, he cheats. It's just what he does.
I must be too young to know the name of that move. Ooh.
And I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure what that is. I'm sure it's got a name somewhere in the annals of wrestling history, but it escapes me right now.
Might have to go knock some dust off of those books in the back, just like Andy Monreal was knocking the skin off of these guys earlier.
And now Stevie Slick clearly in control.
All right, Stevie Slick has got Andy Monreal isolated
back to another blatant choke.
As usual. Oh, Andy Monreal.
He backhanded Chandler.
Great situational awareness. Ooh.
And also some good comeuppance.
Absolutely. I got to say, Chandler has not had much offense in this match.
And Stevie into the corner. Monreal getting ahead of steam and a huge splash onto Stevie, followed by a big bulldog.
Wow.
And Chandler pulling Stevie out of the ring for good measure.
Wait, hold on. Okay, well, Andy Monreal knocked Chandler off that corner, and then Andy Monreal goes flying off that corner to deliver a
And now
beatdown.
Monreal coming down, but you got to watch your back, my dude.
Hey,
He may not be big, but he will attack you from behind. And another backhand.
I agreed to a 2-on-1 handicap match. I didn't agree to a street fight. Let's bring this thing back into the ring, guys.
Referee Noah trying desperately. Okay, and the referee throwing it out. The referee has thrown out the match due to disqualification. Oh, come on! This is ridiculous! Knock it off! And Matthews! Trey Matthews! Coming in! Trey Matthews helping out a buddy. I'm cool with that. Monreal issuing a challenge one more time to Stevie Slake and Chandler. That is hopefully. And hopefully this time it will be a little bit more even. Slick and Chandler. Just how does that happen with some people?
All right, folks. Our co-host gave me a great idea. I don't have a #1 contender for the UCW-ZERO heavyweight title right now. So, please welcome the first challenger looking for that #1 shot. He is a former Ultra X champion and the current UCW-ZERO Boy.
Here we go, my dude! Tony Nova making his second appearance tonight. The first time, of course, coming out here and being really, really generous with those Doritos. Oh man, I threw out all the Doritos. Oh, now I want Doritos. Anyway, Tony Nova in the ring.
And his opponent seeking this #1 contendership. You saw him earlier tonight. He is the human highlight reel. He is Trey.
Here we go. Business is about to pick up. Trey Matthews on his way to the ring. The human highlight reel. And clearly the crowd has a favorite right now, but don't sell Tony Nova short. And on top of wanting to have a lot of fun, he's got a very in-your-face style. In that being that he will punch you right in your face. This should be an interesting yin and yang, because we have Tony Nova, who likes to stay a little bit more grounded and hit as much as he can, versus Trey Matthews, who's very adept at leaving the ground. He likes to fly. He likes a lot of high-risk attacks. And now the match is underway. the #1 contendership match for the UCW-ZERO Heavyweight Championship. Tony Nova using his strength to his advantage, pushing Trey Matthews into the ropes.
All right, this is Levi Lee, the general manager, here with the captain of Cool, Alex Brady. And hey, I like this match that Tony Nova helped me put together. This is a great matchup right here.
I'm on board immediately. This is going to be an interesting way to see how these two work with or against each other. You have two conflicting styles that could very well put either one of them at an immediate advantage.
Oh, come on now. Trey Matthews having a little fun at the party boys' expense.
Well, to be fair, Nova did that first.
Oh, okay.
So they're goofing around trying to find an advantage.
A little tit for tat, a little back and forth. Okay, it's starting to get. They are definitely jockeying for position here.
Now, this is what I had mentioned before. You have Nova, whose style is a little bit more grounded and a little bit more aggressive. He likes to stay closer to the ground. He likes to hit hard. He doesn't like to take any high risks if he doesn't have to. Where on the other side, you have Trey Matthews, who that's all he does. He's called the human highlight reel for a reason, because he likes to fly, he likes to flip, and this is just going to be really interesting to see how these two styles clash.
He is always heading for the Raptors. It's going to be incredible to see what Trey Matthews is able to bring for this match. I know these two have met each other in the ring before. I don't know the last time the stakes were this high.
You know the funny thing, Levi, about that? I actually looked into this. I did a little bit of research. This is the very first time that Trey Matthews and Tony Nova have been in the ring against each other one-on-one.
One-on-one. Okay. Well, they've definitely gotten opportunities to field each other out before. But, yeah, this is an incredible opportunity for both these guys. A singles match for that #1 contendership. Oh, Ultra... Tony X able to land a couple of quick shots.
Yeah, Tony Nova smashing mouth. That's what I was telling you about. He hits hard and he doesn't like to fly. So, admittedly, that's kind of the style that I personally like. So I think my money might be on Tony Nova for this.
I'm a ground and pound kind of guy myself. Oh, but the agility and the quickness of Trey Matthews. Yep, Tony Nova wisely sending him out to the concrete instead of letting him get up top like that.
Yep. The one thing you don't want to do with a flyer is let them fly. That's being in the air is where Matthews has the biggest chance to fight back. So you minimize that chance and the match is yours.
Oh, you can't clip those wings though. Wow, the human highlight reel through the ropes and straight through Tony Nova, sending the party boy into the concrete.
And now throwing him back into the ring. Nova still got a little bit of a head on about him, so he's trying to fight back.
Oh, look at that!
But Matthews flying in over him. And this is what I was talking about. He's got a full head of steam now. So Matthews just flying around, confusing him, and finally landing a wheel kick straight to the chin.
I think Tony Nova is clearly reeling from all of this high-speed action. Oh, Trey Matthews looking for that quick pin. Let's see if he can get it. No.
And just a one count. It's way too early to end this.
Trey Matthews getting a little frustrated, looking for some energy. Tony Nova, hopefully he's looking to get up off of it. Ooh.
Really hard kick. I've been watching Matthews for a while. He really favors that right leg for kicking people. He's just lays it in there.
It's like he's practicing soccer goal shots, and Tony Nova is definitely absorbing the impact. A third time. Nope, he switches it up. Oh.
Nova catching his leg.
Nova was able to see it coming this time.
And sweeping his legs under him, sending Matthews straight to his face.
Okay, that ground and pound. The party boy's seen enough. He's going to have to look for some ways to break down Trey Matthews and keep him down. Always a sense of humor, but also a sense of aggression with that quick elbow drop. Can he get the good solid 2 count?
Just a two count.
It's starting to work, though. Tony Nova's starting to wear down that human highlight reel. Trey Matthews goes into every match looking to make it the match of the night. And Tony Nova has got his eye on that #1 contendership here.
Listen to the crowd here. They want to see something big, and more than anything right now, I think Trey Matthews wants to give that to them. Trying to work his way out, but Nova had that scouted and just grounds him once again.
All right, Tony Nova in control here, cutting off that airway, trying to wear down the Trey Matthews, but the crowd is firing Trey Matthews back up. The human highlight reel is on his feet. He breaks the hold. Oh.
And a chop! Oh man, enjoy your tattoo, Tony.
Ooh,
trying for an arm, and it didn't quite work out. Matthews reversing the shoulder, reversing the fireman carry. And then a knee straight to the face.
Trey Matthews is looking to the heavens. Oh!
And a flying knee from the second rope.
High impact, but Tony Nova rolling him up for that pin. Oh, okay, just a 2 count. Tony Nova getting visibly frustrated. Trey Matthews, all of that high risk, high flying is going to take its toll on him. Okay, ooh, all right. We are back to exchanging. We are shot for shot between these guys.
And going back and forth. It's really anybody's game at this point.
A reversal into the corner. Well, Trey Matthews is in a bad position here.
Oh, all the way up there in no man's land. I mean, Matthews trying for an attack. And
Ooh.
Nova flying into him with a back elbow.
Wow, cut off that momentum. Oh.
And there's your receipt, Tony.
Trey Matthews cuts off Tony Nova's momentum.
And there's your receipt, Trey.
Wow. These guys are in each other's heads.
And a drop kick. I think that's the end of it. Did you see Tony's head just whip right back after that?
When you and your opponent cannot even get off of the ropes. Oh. That incredible.
I don't know what to call that, but just it had to have hurt. Just lifting, just Tony lifting Trey into the air and then just dropping him straight down on his knees. That's got to do something to somebody's ribs.
Absolutely. All that momentum of Trey Matthews falling. Tony Nova timing it perfectly to just drive those knees up into the rib cage of Trey Matthews. Both of these guys are hurting after this incredible competition so far here tonight.
I'm not gonna lie. After
wow.
You know, for their very first time facing each other one-on-one, this is a really good match.
Right. Once again, these two are going shot for shot. Trey Matthews bringing the variety, bringing the fury here. Hold on, off of the corner. Nope. Tony Nova scouted that move out. Now starts to stomp away at the human highlight reel.
And here we go.
The party boy getting frustrated, getting angry. He's looking to tear the film in two, destroying the human highlight reel.
Here it comes. He's firing up. No, he missed. He was going for the party bus, but it didn't work. And there it is.
A furious, unexpected party bus lays Trey Matthews down low in the corner. Oh, Tony Nova's got him by the ankles. Let's see if there's anything Trey Matthews can do here. Nothing.
And a power bomb from the corner. Just barely a 2 count.
A miraculous kick out from Trey Matthews there.
Matthews, I think it was a Christmas miracle for him to get his shoulder up after that.
The crowd is clearly behind Trey Matthews. Tony Nova can sense that the tide is turning against him, and he's taking that frustration out on the human highlight reel. Oh,
I mean, there's no better place to do it than here.
Oh, misses the clothesline. knocks the top off of Tony Nova and sends him into the mat once again.
That was a big enziguri out of nowhere, just kind of busting him in the face. I'm trying to find a good way to explain just how smart Trey Matthews is with those kicks.
Absolutely.
I mean, they are devastating when he lands one, and he seems to always know when to land one.
And they come at you from every angle imaginable. Oh!
Yeah, big clothesline from there.
Absolutely. Bit of a modified clothesline using all of that momentum from coming off the ropes to the other side.
Trey with a springboard and a drop kick, sending Nova out of the ring completely. He's out here on the concrete.
He may be on his feet, but I think he's
Trey
out on his feet. Oh! Caught him with the clip of the back of the heel. Tony Nova is down. Trey Matthews definitely suffered from that high-risk maneuver.
And that's why they call it high risk. You put yourself at risk to take the other guy down.
What are they going to do outside the ring? Come on. We've had one DQ from this type of thing before. Get back in the ring, guys. Keep it clean. Make this a fight that we'll remember.
Yeah, the disqualification, the way that from earlier, that match with Stevie and Chandler. By the way, I told you so.
It had to be done.
But now here we are, Trey Matthews once again up in no man's land. He's really, he is very familiar up there. And he's setting up for something, and a frog splash!
A frog splash from the rafters. Ooh, but those ribs might be injured from earlier.
No!
He doesn't call it. He says it's two. He says it's two. I heard the familiar sound.
Just barely 1 microsecond before the hitting the three.
That third smack came down, but our referee says that shoulder came up just in the nick of time.
And now Matthews putting Nova up on the corner. He's setting for something. What's he going to do here? Oh, absolutely.
Nova escapes. Oh,
that would have been interesting. Here we go.
Those injured ribs.
Here we go. Up on the top. Party crash.
He has crashed.
It's
the
over.
Party.
It's got to be over.
There's
1, 2. No.
Another 2 7/8 pinfall. Not a 3 count.
Matthews getting his shoulder up just barely as well. What is it going to take to put either one of these guys down?
I know these guys are going for that #1 contendership, but they are putting everything on the line here. And is Tony Nova about to become a high flyer? Is that what it's going to take to put Trey Matthews away? Oh!
And a big kick from Matthews.
That leaves Tony Nova vulnerable up there.
He's trying to shake the cobwebs out, but I don't think he's going to be able to in time.
We are looking.
Matthews just trying to battle back.
A potential. Ooh! We almost saw one of the biggest suplexes in the game. Tony Nova calling for Trey Matthews to come to it.
And a big drop kick from the second rope. Just turning Matthews inside out.
Tony Nova is a tall man, and that was a whole lot of velocity. Trey Matthews is trying to get back up, but it might not be in his best interest here. He's got the crowd behind him. Tony Nova visibly frustrated.
What's he doing here?
Ooh.
I'm with it too. No!
Trey Matthews.
How?
An incredible kick out from that modified power bomb from the Party Boy.
And Nova can't believe it either.
I am just almost speechless here ringside at what these two have put each other through.
Can you imagine? I mean, this is 5-star all the way. These guys are throwing everything at each other to win this match. Imagine whoever is going to win this is going to go on to face the UCW heavyweight champion.
Currently in the grip of Mr. D, but we got a triple threat match later here tonight. It could be any of our incredible wrestlers that have got it by the September 7th. We've got matches between now and September 7th.
And a superplex!
Oh.
Matthews, by some force of nature that just getting up there and throwing Nova off the top rope, and once again just barely getting his shoulder up.
Wow.
What's it going to take to keep either one of these guys down?
Tony Nova slowly making his way back up, finds the ropes, finds a corner. Trey Matthews is probably going through the Rolodex of moves in his head, and he can't think of one that's going to put the party boy away. Misses that shot into the corner.
And a super kick.
The party bus just got super kicked out of oblivion. Oh,
wait, here we go. No, he's doing this. He's going to do it. He's going.
Could it be?
There's the best Phoenix ever, and and Nova gets out of the way. And throws Matthews right into the corner.
Matthews saw that nobody was home because Tony Nova dodged that. But now Matthews is in the corner once again. Oh, and Nova's got him by the ankle. Oh, and another shot to the ribs, a shot to the kidney. Like a cat, Matthews is on his feet. Misses the first kick.
And there's another kick.
Lands the second.
Nova just refusing to stay down. What's this? And there's a dragon suplex. Okay, he's dead. That's it. No, he's getting back up.
Trey Matthews is fast on his feet. Tony Nova is in trouble.
Tony Nova refusing to die. And a huge knee strike to the face. That's gotta be it.
Unbelievable.
And then one more time, he's got a best Phoenix ever. And that's it, 1, 2, and 3. That was phenomenal. He has certainly earned that nickname tonight, the Human Highlight Reel. Anybody who wants to see a good match, all you have to do is hit rewind and watch this again.
Our first competitor making his way to the arena. He hits harder than a Mack truck and is one half of the UCW-ZERO Step Brothers. He is Mack Wilkes!
Mack Wilkes making his way to the ring with Kevin Castillo. One half of the Step Brothers.
You saw him earlier this evening, and you've seen him many times in the UCW-ZERO. He is a 5-time UCW-ZERO champion and one half of the originals. Please welcome Blitz Roman! Okay, you guys, okay. Now, I brought you both out here. You're both great tag team competitors. Your tag team partner already wrestled this evening. Your tag team partner is down right now. We do need #1 contenders for the tag team titles. So I'm going to put you guys against each other. Winner's got a shot at the tag team titles. Now, this is lucky 1, 2, 3, but instead of a pinfall or submission in the center of the ring, we're going to do something different. I want to see a body slam challenge right here. Have you guys seen a body slam challenge before? It's a classic. It's got to be the classic body slam on your opponent instead of a pinfall here in the ring. That's it, the classic. We got 5-time champion right here. We got a man who has been winning all of his matches. Noah, are you ready for this? Mac, do you agree? The Mac truck is in, but it's on. Let's do this.
Okay, I guess. Really? Okay. All right, Mac Wilkes and Blitz Rogar get together in the ring for a body slam challenge.
It's a body slam challenge, ladies and gentlemen.
Which,
that was almost it. That was almost over.
Almost an immediate win. Now, this is actually kind of interesting to see. Normally, you get a body slam challenge between like two super heavyweights, guys who are like 400 pounds plus, simply because you can't pick the guys up.
I got a guy who's a Mack truck in there. He's huge.
Yeah, no, this is really unique. I'm enjoying this situation simply because I haven't seen it before. It's really interesting to see the innovation.
Ooh. And you see, it's a mistake to immediately go for that body slam because your opponent's defending specifically against that.
Yeah. Well, and of course, also, a body slam is such a universal and basic move that everybody has it scouted out. And a big side belly-to-belly suplex from Mac Wilkes.
Belly-to-belly suplex does not get it. Wait, he goes straight for the body slam. See, slides through.
And a German suplex in response.
Huge German suplex. That's what you're looking for.
Now, what I was saying with the body slam, what makes this so unique is that a body slam is the basic thing. Anybody who goes into wrestling school, anybody who knows anything about professional wrestling, knows this is the very first thing that you learn. Everybody has this scouted out.
That's right. If you are listening at home on YouTube, you need to come to the UCW-ZERO training school and learn how to land a body slam so that you can win the next body slam challenge that I put out here.
Who knows? You come to the school, you learn a little bit. You could be the next UCW heavyweight champion.
Absolutely.
Both of these guys are clearly on the track to that.
And Blitz Rogar has been down that track before. A 5-time. Oh! He's a big man taking out another big man. They are outside of the ring. That was a huge maneuver from Blitz Rogar.
Yeah, you were mentioning a five-time former UCW-ZERO heavyweight champion. Also, fun little tidbit, he was the first UCW heavyweight champion. And there's a body slam.
No, that's not it. No, it's got.
That's not. That was a body slam.
Yeah, it's got to be in the ring, though.
In the ring. Oh, wow.
Yeah,
okay.
No, I definitely said it's in the ring. Yeah, it's in the ring. Well, I mean, Mac just took a huge body slam ringside.
Wilkes being slammed onto the concrete, which I mean, one could argue that is much worse than being slammed in the ring.
Not only does one not want to get body slammed outside the ring, but you don't want to get body slammed for nothing outside of the ring.
Man, yeah. There we go. And a butterfly backbreaker from Blitz.
I think that was just out of, just frustration, just animosity that he got the body slam and it didn't get him the win.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously.
Blitz is upset. And he's going to make Mac suffer now. You defend against the body slam. You don't see the sharpshooter coming.
Locking him into a sharpshooter. Now, did you establish that they could give up?
Nope, it doesn't count. It's a body slam challenge. It's a body slam challenge. There's no other way. It's just being cruel at this point from the legend, the original Blitz Rogar.
Now we've seen this mean streak from Blitz in the past. He does have a tendency to get frustrated in the ring when
the Mac truck is turning the tides.
It was a big full Nelson slam from Mac Wilkes.
But Mac might be hurt. That sharpshooter took it out of him. That outside the ring body slam took it out of him. Mac's gonna need some fire and some energy if he's gonna land a body slam.
And now, back and forth, punching each other. It's anybody's game. And now some snap jabs and a huge right hand from the Mac truck.
That Mac
followed
truck,
by another.
he's got those fists of fury.
And finally a big leg drop.
He's got the leg drop, but does he got the body slam? Everyone here wants to know. Oh, he's calling. Oh, he's
Mac
calling
Wilkes.
it. Like Babe Ruth. The Mac truck says this is over. Can he deliver? Does the Mac truck deliver? Oh no!
Too much work on his back. He's been beaten on the back, and that's one of the dangerous things about Blitz is that he's really smart when it comes to that. He knows what to work on in order to gain an advantage. If your back hurts, you don't want to lift. Clearly, you can't pick somebody up for a body slam if they have hurt your back.
Strategically wearing down your opponent is what wrestling is all about, and Blitz Rogar is what wrestling is all about.
And a chop on the top corner.
Oh, you know, if he body slammed, no, I don't know if you can get a body slam from that positioning there.
Oh, you could, but I really wouldn't recommend it.
This is just being cruel at this point. Is this going to pay off for Blitz Rogar?
He's trying, and a superplex from no man's land.
Wow!
You could just watch Mac's eyes just glaze over before he fell down.
I'll be back.
The Blitz trying for the lion salt and missing. Wilkes just smart enough to get out of the way. But once again, this doesn't end with a pinfall. This doesn't end with a finisher. Wilkes trying to reverse. And what's this? And that's the body slam we were looking for. Blitz with the body slam and the match. That was Blitz with the body slam, just kind of pulling it out of nowhere. Any cheers for me? No cheers for me. Oh well. Yeah, I got some cheers. Cool.
They tried to turn this match down earlier, but I need you guys to welcome to the arena everyone's favorite villains, the ones that we love to hate.
Ah, just when I was having fun. Just when I was having fun. You can still see the handprint on Chandler. Oh man. Stevie just picking on some kids. Look at the disrespect for the tag team belts. That's just, why would somebody do that to something as prestigious and as well renowned as the UCW Tag Team Championships?
All right. Turn this shit off.
Getting in the ring.
Look what we have.
Oh, this can't be good.
We have an award to give away. And everybody knows that the great team is DTF.
Wait, what? Oh, whoa. Yeah, no. We got.
Allow me to welcome to the ring, creepy Uncle Jasper.
Yeah, Jasper is just kind of making his way in the ring.
Hey! Hey! I just want to be a part of this. Let's get this Hey, after all, no dream complete without a Jasper in it.
Oh, no.
A little past that stage in my life.
Yeah, no. Oh.
Hey, I'm TTF2, huh?
Oh!
What do you say, huh? Well, since we're out here, I think I have an idea. Now, we had an award to give away, but I think it's a better award. Let me see this. Come out here, bud. I think the award tonight is who is most likely to go home with Jasper after this show. And I think it's you. He likes that long hair. That long hair that cover up the redneck boy.
Okay, I'll admit that's kind of funny, but it's still messed up.
Give him a round of applause. He's going home. Congratulations, boy. Hey, my van's in the back.
God, jeez.
We can't have Jasper on our team. We got a minor on our team. My nephew's on our team. We can't have a Jasper anywhere around here. Well, that's too bad because I'm forcing myself on you.
Oh, come on.
I'm going to take the paperwork.
Just
Let's keep a safe distance. Keep a safe distance here.
yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. I know
Okay,
I
don't know what we're doing here. We got
challengers for these tag team titles.
the dream teams up here. It's hey. Here we go. All right, business is about to pick up. All right, Odwin the Viking and Christian Connors coming out here to hopefully save us from all of this just Dream Team and Jasper business.
With the UCW-ZERO Tag Team Championship is scheduled for one fall.
And now we've got, all right, referee Noah getting a little bit of order back into the ring. He's going to be reeling in the Dream Team, and Connors and Odwin, they're ready to go. Okay, looks like everybody's ready. He's keeping an eye on Slick and Chandler, and here we go. Slick and Chandler, and Jasper, and I can't, for the life of me, figure out why. I don't know who. I don't know who to dislike more in that corner right now.
There's a lot of things going on out there. I don't exactly have control over them, but we're gonna manage. This is Levi Lee, the general manager of the UCW-ZERO. I am ringside here with the captain of Cool, Alex Brady. You know, the Dream Team tried to get out of this match earlier this evening.
Yeah, I was there. You know, I didn't. I was honestly a little worried for my health because I know that when the Dream Team tries to get out of stuff, they get a little punchy.
Yeah, that's very true. Oh, he's spraying Axe spray on the Oddwad and the Viking. Vikings don't use Axe spray, and now Noah is going to hang on to that Axe spray for later on tonight.
Yeah. Vikings like to use a different kind of axe there, Chip. You might want to be a bit careful before pissing off the 7-foot-tall literal Viking.
I believe that Axe spray is going to be met with some axe handle strikes earlier tonight.
And Odwin tagging in Christian Connors while Chip tagging in Cassidy. Cassidy trying to get a cheap shot out of the gate and just missing, bouncing off of the corner. And now Connors clearly in control right now.
Wow.
Sticking to the basics, arm drag, and that drop kick for good measure. And the crowd is clearly behind this team of Christian Connors and Odwin the Viking.
The All-American is all offense here tonight, and Christian Connors is in control.
And a Northern Lights suplex for good measure. Perfect bridge, but Cassidy getting the shoulder up.
Cassidy is no stranger to the wrestling ring. A just genius move to take that initiative, but Christian Connors was too quick.
And Jasper trying to give a little bit of moral support. And Cassidy trying to get the taste out of his mouth from that. While Christian Connors flying out from no man's land, just taking down the entire corner.
The All-American is all offense, I am telling you. There was chaos outside the ring, and Connors turned it into destruction. Wait, Vikings!
And now, oh! That's the ride of the Valkyrie right there.
Like a lightning bolt from Valhalla. Like Flight of the Valkyrie. You are absolutely right. Odd One is all over this tonight.
What do we got? Connors coming over here. He's grabbing a mic. What's he?
Use it.
Oh.
Well, why don't we make this a tornado tag hardcore match?
Whoa! Connors.
I'll take this violence as a yes. This is now a tornado tag match. It is, and Odd One tells me it better be.
A tornado tag team match out of out of nowhere, basically. But I mean, all the signs were there. These guys clearly didn't want to keep the action inside the ring.
Hey Noah, you got this, right? Noah's got this.
Whoa! Hey, what, guys? Guys?
Well, maybe that wasn't a good idea.
Nope,
they're coming back.
Well, I mean, false count anywhere, right? Oh, there we go. Odwin and Cassidy coming back in. And then making their way back out, and now Chip and Connors coming back in, and I'm getting flashbacks of laughing here.
So
somebody should be talking about a joke. Somebody should be making jokes and talking about their bippy.
Sometimes the action that is off camera can be just as exciting. Oh nope, they're all back. They're all back.
Here we go. Back to action here. Check it out. You can still see the handprint on Chandler.
That's Andy Monreal's handprint on Chandler's back. He's here ringside.
Enjoy your tattoo, kid.
I heard a brutal collision against the side of Christian Connors' face. Wait a second. Cassidy, no. Who left a staple gun underneath the ring?
Staple gun. Oh, man.
That's just
nothing good can come from this. Cassidy's got a staple gun.
Noah says Connors is good to fight. I don't know if Noah has seen that there's a staple gun involved here. So pinfall is going to count anywhere, but they're bringing the action to the center of the ring again. Maybe just for the well-being of all of us, but probably because Cassidy wants us to see what he does next.
Well, and I mean, look, a street fight is. Oh man! Oh, that is not the best way to earn $1.
Right through the chest of Christian Connors.
Now, I mean, you're asking about getting back in the ring. A street fight is good and all, but the ring is the most optimal place for this fight. If you want to have.
Hold on. I think.
Oh, and he fires a staple into the face of Odwin. That's unique. I've never seen that done before. Noah wisely getting the staple gun out of the way.
Thankfully. But Christian Connors has got...
Connors with a big suplex to Chip.
Connors has had that American money stapled to his chest. The Norwegian Nightmare Odwin might be blinded right now. Hold on, Christian Connors has got some sort of idea.
Connors is calling for something now.
Wait, what has he got? Uh-oh. Now he's got the staple. He's got that staple gun. A swift kick to soften him up.
Oh, the dollar of his own.
Well,
oh, no, come on. Go!
Oh, this is America. Enjoy the money.
Oh. Telling Chip to keep the change.
Oh.
And Cassidy coming in with an elbow to the back of the head of both Connors and several to Odwin.
What can you get for $1 nowadays? A lot of pain, actually.
Whoa! No, come on!
This is the stuff of nightmares.
Cassidy trying with a stun gun. Why would you do that? And now Connors with a German suplex, just turning Cassidy inside out.
Oh!
And a sidewalk slam from Odwin to Chip. Slick, look at Slick, just trying to get that stun gun away from that referee Noah. And here we go, Odwin with a slam dance, just folding Cassidy in 3 different places. Slick still trying to get that stun gun. Look, man, I know Levi won't say it because he's all like buddies with him, but you can go ahead and bust Stevie with that if you want.
I am shocked at what I have seen here so far.
Good drop kick from Chip. It's amazing to see these guys are still moving around.
Wow. Noah wisely holding on to that taser-like device, possible stun gun device.
Absolutely. I wish he would just roof it. The last thing you want is Stevie Slick with a stun gun in the UCW-0.
Well, okay, from a managerial perspective, the last thing I want is a fan getting hit with a stun gun. So
okay, that's a good point. That's a good point too. Yeah.
I would rather Noah have it in control than it just be out there somewhere. Uh-oh, Nick Valentino's going, Chip is going up. Connors is on his feet and
and a trash can lit to the dome. Connors with the All-American Slam for good measure. 1, 2, 3, and it's over. Here we go, your new tag team champions. Your new tag team champions, and Steve just can't believe it. Stevie Slick just cannot believe it. Christian Connors and Odwin the Viking are the new tag team champs. And I can see it right now, they are going to be a truly dominating force here in UCW-0.
You and I are going to take part in the second ever Toss-a-Ho match. The first time I had this match with Paradise, you had to be thrown over the top rope, but this time, the first person to be tossed from the ring and have both of their feet touch the floor will be the loser, and the person in the ring will be champion. So, I hope you're ready to get tossed to the floor, honey, because from what I hear, you like it on the back.
Purr's in, Demetria's in.
Meow.
Noah's in. I don't have my phone, so this is going to work. This Toss-a-Ho match is for the Women's Championship.
All right. And so here and a kick to the butt, beginning the match. Demetria taking control quickly. And
oh my goodness!
Wow, this was unexpected. And you said you knew what this was, but you didn't have your phone on you. Well, come on, Levi. I mean, you checked Tinder like 10 times already. Why didn't you? Well,
obviously I was checking Tinder and I didn't get a chance to see if Tommy Purr had any weird stipulations. And there was a taser in the ring. I wasn't going to go in there with my phone. I don't know how those kind of weapons work. I could have been electrocuted.
Well,
I've seen the Green Mile. I know what happens when the sponge isn't wet. Sort of. I got confused.
Okay.
Oh no!
No, that's fair enough. It's sidewalk slam from Tommy Purr.
A huge sidewalk slam from Tommy Purr, wisely softening up the Greek goddess to throw her outside the ring. Oh,
And a low blow from Tommy Purr as well. Just
the Diva champion not being very Diva-like, but now this incredible tilt-a-whirl. Wow.
and Demetria's in a bad way now. Tommy's clearly in control. I mean,
don't go outside the ring, Demetria. That is not a safe place to be.
This is the second ever toss-a-hoe match. Did I say that right?
It is. Yeah, it's a toss-a-hoe.
I feel dirty saying that.
Well, I mean,
but I guess this is the second. This is the second one ever, and the first one had Tommy Purr in it. He's clearly got the advantage.
Yeah, and I've checked the notes. Just like that previous tag team championship match was not originally a tornado tag. This was not originally a toss-a-hoe, but it's toss-a-hoe now. Ooh, and he almost, correction, excuse my language. He almost threw Demetria outside of the ring.
Right.
A Greek goddess, not a hoe.
And Demetria battling back.
Wait.
And sending Tommy into the corner.
This might be what she needs.
Wait, what? What? Oh!
Giving the Diva some of his own medicine.
Normally it would be Tommy doing this to other I have no other way to say this, like a male participant if he were in the ring with them. This is kind of turning the tables on him. She's
all hail the Greek goddess. Oh,
she's twerking on him.
Shake that Laffy Taffy. Demetria is in control.
And Tommy is he is visibly disgusted by this.
Oh, come on, Tommy. It's not that bad. It's not that bad.
I mean, if he wants to tag out, I volunteer.
I gotta go check the rules on this toss-a-hoe match thing. I'll be right back.
All right. Yeah, Tommy laying down the law. And what's he going for here? And I don't even know what what that was called. But Demetria is in a bad way now. Tommy locking her up. This is a tree of woe position. And what? And, there's no way. There's no way that's legal.
Oh, what horrible thing did I just miss?
I don't know if I can say it and not get blocked.
Did Tommy Purr chop places that shouldn't be chopped?
Yeah, that was a. I don't have.
Wait, hold on. This is how you win this match.
Okay, so, yeah,
Demetria
is outside the ring.
Demetria outside the ring. Oh, she's got 1 foot past the point of no return. Oh, she's lucky she was able to get back between those ropes.
Back in the ring after a thumb to the eye of Tommy Purr, and now she's up.
Wait a second.
What's she doing?
I know this isn't Tommy Purr.
What? No. Oh! And Tommy.
Will Tommy Purr run away from this kind of thing? Has Demetria found a potential weakness in the Tommy Purr stature?
It is clearly a weakness. This is exactly what Tommy Purr does to every one of the his male opponents, and she's turned the tables. She's going to try and beat Tommy Purr using his own tactics against him.
Tommy Purr has made a mistake. He is outside of the ring. He is hanging on the ropes. Demetria's only got to find a way to get those feet on the ground, and she will have successfully tossed this hoe. Uh-oh. No, now they're both. Uh-oh. Demetria's in trouble. Both competitors.
He's got her. They're both on the apron now.
Anything could happen in a split second here.
This is literally anybody's game. Either one of them, just one slip, and the title could potentially change hands here.
Oh, They are chopping places that should not be chopped.
Chopping and punching and kicking and,
the superior
and spanking
strength.
and and he just backhanded her. Tommy just backhanding Demetria off of the apron. I still feel bad saying that.
Let the record show how queen is always better than a goddess. Next time, Demetria, next time. Sorry guys, give her a round of applause, everyone. Isn't she great?
Oh, that's uncalled for, man. That's just...
In this triple threat match for the UCW-ZERO Heavyweight Championship, our first competitor has held the Ultra X title, the Tag Team title, and the UCW-ZERO Heavyweight Championship. He hails from Handicap, Idaho, and he is the one, Bobby Jackson!
Bobby Jackson coming down to the ring, and you can just see the intensity in his face. He's been preparing for this match for quite a while now. This is an opportunity for the UCW-ZERO Heavyweight Championship.
And our second challenger in this triple threat match for the UCW-ZERO Heavyweight title. He is El Presidente of Thunder Drop Nation, the Mexican Warrior,
And a very special opportunity for Guerrero Azteca. Anybody who would remember, Azteca vacated the Ultra X Championship last month simply for a shot at the UCW-ZERO Heavyweight Championship. He is here simply because he gave up another belt to get it. That's how much this championship, just the chance for this championship, means to Guerrero.
He is the winner of this year's Rocky Mountain Rumble, and he is here to teach you a lesson. He's the smartest man in wrestling, the reigning and defending UCW-ZERO Heavyweight Champion, Mr. D.
And Mr. D just coming out to the ring. He's got his back again. Just the arrogance coming off of him here. I mean, I should kind of do that, but. Mr. D just coming out to the. He's got that book again. He just the arrogance coming off of Mr. D. He almost seems like that this this is beneath him. He would much rather. He'd much rather read than participate in the match. Guerrero stirring the storm here.
Cut the music. You know what I thought about this? Is this a classroom? classroom, folks? You know what? It's not a classroom. We're not using classroom rules. I, the general manager, have decided that this triple threat match for the UCW-ZERO will be a street fight match.
Okay. Sounds good.
And this championship match is scheduled for one fall.
And the match is underway. Just officially out of nowhere, just being labeled as a triple threat street fight for the UCW Heavyweight Championship. And Mr. D putting his nose back into the book. Jackson having none of that.
Yeah, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. This isn't some fancy, nice, clean, and fresh classroom. We're turning this thing into a street fight here at the UCW-ZERO Arena.
Which I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually kind of happy for that, because the last couple of months we've been seeing Mr. D coming out here. He seems to be more interested in reading his book than actually participating in the match. Just the arrogance coming off of the UCW champion, it's disturbing.
Oh. Mr. D trying to get some control over this, and Bobby Jackson and Guerrero Azteca are having none of that. This is Levi Lee. I am here ringside with the captain of Cool, Alex Brady, and we have got the UCW-ZERO Heavyweight Championship on the line here.
Now Jackson and Guerrero just going at each other, trying to get some footing here, while Mr. D takes a bit of a rest in the corner.
A little bit of a powder. Teacher needed a powder for just a moment there. But however, he better not sleep on it, because a pinfall between either of these competitors results in a new UCW-ZERO Heavyweight Champion.
Well, as angry as I... Oh! And a rare miscalculation by Mr. D. I've mentioned it before. As much flack as I give him for the way that he's been acting lately, he is an incredibly smart person in that ring. There's a reason that he's coming out and telling everybody that he's a teacher and that he's doing this. He is one of the more intelligent guys in this ring, but clearly not one of the strongest, because that's Guerrero, who's been holding him up there for a long time.
Incredible! Oh, Bobby Jackson took advantage of the entire situation, looking for that pin himself.
Absolutely, like I said before, in a triple threat match, you can't give up your guard. You have to watch everything that's going on, otherwise someone's going to capitalize, whether it's to your advantage or not.
The operative word is threat. Every direction you face, you are facing a threat. And these three are seeking the UCW-ZERO Heavyweight Championship tonight. Oh, a huge flying back elbow from the one Bobby Jackson. El Presidente of Thunder Chop Nation is down.
Guerrero trying to shake the cobwebs out after that.
Mr. D lurking outside the ring, slowly slinking his way. Oh, nope, okay. All right, he's got some spring in his step.
And he takes down Jackson.
Huge
and now Guerrero trying for something, but being cut down by Mr. D, who lands a, pardon the pun, textbook drop kick.
Hey, credit where credit is due, absolutely. Oh, but once again, it's a triple threat. You cannot rest on your laurels. And Bobby Jackson will give you no quarter.
Mr. D trying for a timeout. The one person here you should not try that with is Bobby Jackson.
Oh, a solid kick from Mr. D.
A big enziguri. And now...
the Mexican Warrior in control. No, a reversal. Mr. D has gone through.
Here we go. And a German suplex, almost sending Mr. D into orbit.
Wow. That huge release German suplex from the big man, Guerrero Azteca.
And a spine buster for a good measure, just planting him in the middle of the ring. Here it comes. He's signaling for it. It's time. Can you hear the thunder chop?
Oh, El Presidente of Thunder Chop Nation is looking.
Almost a 3, but Mr. D wisely getting that shoulder up.
A huge 2.5 count pin. Bobby Jackson was out of the action, but he realized that he cannot wait. An intense series of drop kicks. Oh, and an axe handled directly to the face of Bobby Jackson from Mr. D.
Oh, and a chop.
A little bit
in the corner.
A little bit of disrespect on that chop too.
Well, he can do that. What are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? Give him detention?
Yep, and Bobby Jackson. Oh,
Mr. D.
It is.
And everybody taking each other down.
Wait, gotta look for the pin. Are those shoulders down? Does anyone have anyone covered here? Noah, are eyes and ears inside that ring?
Doesn't look like anybody's been pinned. Everybody's shoulders are down, but nobody's covering anyone else right now.
Now, in this street fight, I don't think we're doing the 10 count. I think we're looking for a win one way or another in this triple threat match. I approve of what Noah's doing here. He
Absolutely.
wants to see a winner here.
It's a street fight. You don't disqualify somebody on a street fight.
Guerrero.
You want to see something solid. Someone's going to get pinned, someone's going to tap out, someone is going to win, and somebody is going to lose. Those are the rules, and those are the only rules.
We've got wrestlers dumped outside of the ring, champions standing tall in the center.
And again, I mentioned it before, there's a reason that Mr. D is the heavyweight champion. And
wow.
And just showing that, just sailing out of the ring, landing right on both of his opponents.
I was truly speechless as he so quickly ascended to that top rope and just immediately dived out of the ring. I think he may have wisely warned some folks that they need to get it. Wait.
Mr. D getting into
that
his bag.
Ruler,
He's got a ruler again. Oh, man. Oh.
I cannot confirm or deny that Guerrero Azteca was ever in a Catholic school as a young man, but a ruler across the knuckles like that is forever painful.
Absolutely. There are a couple of things that hold over from school. That's one of them. You will never not know that.
A little bit of crowd participation. Mr. D is looking for somebody to hold that textbook.
I don't know if he's trying to get somebody. I think he's trying to teach people. And this is the wrong place to do that, as we see Bobby Jackson just spearing him and driving our champion into the concrete underneath them.
You don't want a lesson from the smartest man in wrestling, but you also do not want to get speared into the concrete by Bobby Jackson. I think Mr. D's got to rethink his strategy here. Guerrero Azteca alone in the ring, possibly. Okay, heading back outside. We've got nothing but trouble. Look, well.
Wait, what?
I didn't give everyone the warning, but when a wrestler says move, you gotta move.
Mr. D sent sailing into those chairs.
There is no love for the UCW-ZERO heavyweight champion as his body is used as a battering ram through our audience. I hope all of our fans are okay here tonight, because just like any event, if it's a hockey puck, if it's a softball, if it's a professional wrestler, if it's coming your way, you gotta move. Wait.
And now Guerrero and Jackson are just squaring up in the ring. They both see the opportunity. With Mr. D incapacitated, all they have to do is pin each other.
Triple threat.
Oh, here we go again. Here we go, one more. It's time to hear the Thunder Chop.
Chop Nation. Oh, Bobby Jackson might have been able to get a little bit of his shoulder into that. Maybe, diversify the pain.
And here we go. Mr. D is out, and Bobby Jackson with a big neck breaker from behind.
While Mr. D has been slowly recovering, these men have been destroying each other. Oh!
A kendo stick across the ribs. And one for two for Guerrero.
I think Mr. D could teach more than just history, because he is a deadly weapon with that kendo stick.
He caught it. Jackson caught it. And now, just a forearm to the face of Mr. D. And I think he's about to get a taste of his own medicine, but Mr. D wisely just turning it around. 1, 2, not like this, and there it is.
Wow. This match has gone every which way between these three incredible competitors. Bobby Jackson seeking the gold.
And a big flapjack from Guerrero.
Guerrero Azteca all but demanding this opportunity here. And Mr. D wisely trying to stay ahead of this and keep his belt.
I don't know if he's trying to stay ahead of this. I think he's just trying to wake up.
That's a game.
That shot to the skull with that kendo stick. I think Mr. D might be tasting colors right now.
In a street fight like this, it comes down to survival. Can Mr. D survive to be champion another day? Oh, especially with Bobby Jackson and Guerrero Azteca destroying each other like this. We've got to cover.
2, and Guerrero just barely gets the shoulder up there too. Now imagine this. We've seen a match earlier tonight to determine the #1 contender. Can you imagine what's going to happen with Trey Matthews getting in the ring with any one of these guys? Any one of these guys is going to be his opponent next month.
Oh! He avoided the chair shot, and now the chair is in a precarious situation for Mr. D. Wait, he's
Jackson.
Oh no, I
Here
can
it
see
comes.
it coming. Oh!
And Mr. D's head rattling off of the chair.
Mr. D so focused on holding on to that weapon that weapon was used against him.
Here it is, 1, 2, and Guerrero breaks it up. I don't think I think that if Guerrero wouldn't have broken that up, it would have been over right there. A chair shot to the head plus just all that height from that slam. I think that would have been over.
It was down to the wire, and all three of these wrestlers are looking to cross the line and become either the new champion or to continue to defend the title here.
Guerrero rolling up Jackson, who wisely kicks out after just 1 and takes Guerrero right back down to the mat.
Wait, hold on. That chair that was used earlier, it appears to be lodged in the turnbuckle. Did Mr. D knowingly leave it there? Was this placed there by Guerrero Azteca? Does Bobby Jackson know what kind of situation he's in with that chair directly in front of him?
Well, I think so. I mean, it's one of those kind of risk and rewards kind of things.
Oh.
Jackson put that in the corner. He clearly has a plan
Bobby
for
Jackson put it there.
And now,
wait, up the pylon.
What is this? Look at the strength from Guerrero.
This couldn't be what they were looking for.
And a huge Samoan drop. That took everything out of everybody.
Samoan
and now
on
pinning
Samoan.
them both too.
Oh.
And both of them in unison.
It's possible.
Kick out.
It's possible that slamming both of them kind of spread out the impact so that it wasn't enough to just dismantle one man. So now they're both severely injured. Guerrero Azteca's looking for a way to put them away. Maybe he's got to focus on one guy here.
Yeah, he's tired too. He just lifted, carried 2 entirely different people at the same time on essentially his neck. He's he has got to be tired. He's got to be running on fumes at this point.
Guerrero has been hitting the gym and he's been lifting heavy, but that's going to affect your cardio. He might be in trouble here because it looks like Mr. D's got him locked up. What kind of just terrifying suplex are we looking at here?
There it comes. Superplex from Mr. D.
But like
and Bobby Jackson with a flying elbow from the other corner.
Oh, Bobby Jackson. Oh!
And Mr. D sending Jackson into his own chair.
That chair that Bobby Jackson set up earlier was his demise.
And Mr. D, he's all in. Is he going to? Is he going to? He does! Mr. D retains the heavyweight championship by submission.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner of this UCW-ZERO Heavyweight Championship by way of submission. He is the reigning and
That's what I said. That's what I said before. I mean, he may be arrogant. He may be just generally not nice to anybody. But Mr. D is easily one of the most intelligent people in UCW-ZERO. He is a very smart man, and you cannot sell that short. It's just as important as being strong. It's just as important as being dexterous. He is intelligent, and he knows how to use that, and that makes him incredibly dangerous.
September 7th, for Maximum Carnage, when Craig Matthews will chase the UCW-ZERO Heavyweight Championship. Follow the UCW-ZERO on all of our social media. Catch previous matches at UCW-ZERO.com and YouTube. September 7th, right here for Maximum Carnage.